Welcome to Pikmin 2 every enemy ranking video. Yada yada you. This is my second time trying to record this. Sorry if my breathing is annoying. I'm just trying to focus. Anywho, Pikmin 2, electricity new hazard. Terrifying. One-shot Pikmin. That's gonna pry into different... I can't speak English. That's gonna make a difference in certain enemies. Anywho, here you go. We're ranking them based on coolness and how deadly they are. Yeah. Anywho, let's go. A node beetle. Kind of dangerous with its electricity if it mixes with another one. They just create like a little electric wire. That does one-shot Pikmin. You throw them on top, they bounce over, you just attack. Easy. This thing is a 8 out of 10, and it looks cool. A node dweevil. Dweevils are basically little spiders that come and just steal your treasure and wear it as hats. However, they are kind of aggressive. They won't go for you, though, so they'll just attack anything. And they can get one more hit off of before death, which is an insta-kill to anything that's not yellow Pikmin. Terrifying, but yeah, 8 out of 10 for the dweevil. These things, basically, they are harmless. They just like to be Olimar. They whistle Pikmin towards them, and they can be dangerous if they're whistling them into water or any other hazard. Be careful about that. 6 out of 10. This thing is basically Baby Cannon Beetle. All it does is look at you and shoot rocks. Now, if you don't know it's there, it will destroy you. Because, one, they like to walk around or hide underground. Be wary about that. 6 out of 10. Raging Longlegs in Pikmin 2. Not Raging Longlegs, Beady Longlegs in Pikmin 2. Not as hard. He's not as aggressive and crazy, but he is still pretty difficult, so I'd recommend bringing like 15, 25 yellows, and just and then you win. Easy! Pikmin 2, 6 out of 10 for the, 8 out of 10 for that thing. Breadbug, there's more than one here. They're actually pretty fun to fight. 7 out of 10. Bulbmen! Woo! We all like the Bulbmen! Bulbmen basically are Pikmin that are immune to every single type. They're brand new to this game, and their mother is very aggressive, but once you destroy the mother, you get this blessing of a creature. It's immune to everything and so helpful when you can only have one type. Like in a specific dungeon with a boss that we'll explain later. 8 out of 10 for the Bulbman. 10 out of 10 for the Bulbman, my bad. Bulborb. Simple as last time, except purples make it so much easier. Just throw 10 on there, he's already dead. 8 out of 10. A lot easier now. These things! Basically, imagine the bug from Pikmin 1 that could one-shot Pikmin, except now you have no way of saving them. Yeah, it just, as soon as they eat a Pikmin, they're immediately dead. 6 out of 10. Rest in peace to the Pikmin that have died. This thing, it doesn't grab your Pikmin, it grabs your captain, which is a huge bad thing if you're near a bunch of hazards. It disperses your Pikmin automatically, and you have no way of saving them immediately. 4 out of 10. Burrowing Snagrid. A lot easier than it was in Pikmin 1. You only got to fight one of them. Most Pikmin do a lot of damage to it, so it's like it's 5 out of 10 now. It's not as tough. It's still pretty good, though. 5 out of 10. This thing is basically childhood trauma in one sentence. Dirigibug. I hate this thing. It basically can make bomb rocks and throw them at you. Bomb rocks are not your friend here. They're your enemy. It'll just throw them at you constantly. 4 out of 10. These things aren't as difficult. You just kind of swarm Pikmin around it, and when it attacks a Pikmin, it'll get way more vulnerable. So basically, it attacks a Pikmin, and then it dies. 4 out of 10. Pretty decent enemy, in my opinion. 6 out of 10, actually. The Creeping Chrysanthemum. I think I said that right. These things are pretty fun to fight. They're kind of hidden, so you gotta look at some flowers to see if it's really there. But apart from that, purples kill it easily. 6 out of 10. These things, honestly, guys, it's better to fight this without Pikmin. Basically, the cannon beetle, except it shoots a rock that heat sinks you. I just make it self-hit it multiple times. I make it shoot a rock, it follows me and hits it. 6 out of 10. These things are basically those little beetles that you gotta hit and they'll give you free stuff. However, it can actually kill Pikmin with poison, so be careful with that. You can kind of just spam it and whistle. Poison's also a new hazard. Doesn't instantly kill, more or less like fire. 6 out of 10. Dwarf Bulbear. These things are a lot harder to hit their weak spot. However, with purple Pikmin, they're just destructive. Purple Pikmin are destructive in this game. 4 out of 10. Dwarf Bulborbs. Still pretty much the same thing as Pikmin 1. They're not as hard, but they're still a good enemy. 6 out of 10. They're pretty fun to fight. Orange Bulborbs. Yes, there's a lot of Dwarf Bulborbs here. Basically, Bulborbs with heightened senses. So if you think that it doesn't notice you, it will. 5 out of 10. Not that interesting. Emperor Bulblax. Now, this thing is, how do I say this? Weak. Pathetic. A waste of a Pikmin 2 slot. Well, not really a waste. It's just a lot easier when you just have 4 purples and they immediately kill it. 10, 20 purples, and you're dead. 6 out of 10 for the Emperor Bulblax. Empress Bulblax, on the other hand, is very annoying. You attack it, it rolls, crushes one side, crushes the other side. It's just basically a rolling thing. It can kill Pikmin if you're not prepared for it, but it's very easy. 4 out of 10. These things are the same as Pikmin 1. They can't really hurt the Pikmin. They're kind of just chill. I chill with them. 3 out of 10. 5, 6, 7 out of 10. They're pretty chill. These things are not as difficult. The fiery blowhogs are not as tough as Pikmin 1 variant. Because the fire doesn't kill them pretty much instantly. You actually have a chance to save them. 6 out of 10. This boy is the epitome of tough. Bro is tankier than the Emperor Bulborbs himself. And his back is on fire. Is annoying to deal with. 8 out of 10. He's such a cool design too. These things are fiery Dweevils. Basically the same thing as the electricity ones, except they do fire rather than electricity, so you can actually save your Pikmin. Pretty easy, actually. All the Dweevils are really interesting, except for one more variant I'll show later. 4 out of 10. Gatling Groink. More PTSD. This thing will just go wherever it wants. You're chilling at your base with the onions, it'll go there. It can go anywhere. And when you think your Pikmin are fine, they're not fine. They die. 4 out of 10. I hate that thing. Giant bread bug boy. Look at this guy. Basically, just a bigger bread bug. He's a boss. You gotta just pull the treasure back. He'll go up, fall down, boom. You do that one more time, you win. 8 out of 10. Love the bread bug. Now, this giant jellyfish is a bit interesting. It sucks up Pikmin into like its inside. However, it doesn't actually kill them for like a minute and a half, so you have time to save them. Not that hard. 5 out of 10. Pretty good design though. You got the snowy Bulborb. Yes, there are a lot of different Bulborb variations. This thing is weaker than the regular one. 4 out of 10. These things, they like to dive out and grab your Pikmin. When you think that it's available for weak, and in reality, it's still grabbing your Pikmin. So you end up losing some. It's so annoying. 3 out of 10. I don't like this little crab. Hermit Crawlad. You got these things. Honey Wisps are back, except now they can throw an egg that drops mites. Mites do not kill Pikmin, more or less scatter them and make them panic. Still like this thing. It also can give you the new nectar types. 7 out of 10 for the Honey Wisp. I'm trying to catch up with the video. Anyway. Hydro Dweevil. Same thing as regular Dweevils, except now water. You can save them. Pretty simple. Same thing. 8 out of 10. Like the design. These things. I like the design in Pikmin 2. I couldn't find an image of their Pikmin 2 design. But they're still pretty cool. They're basic. I like them. 8 out of 10. I'm trying to catch up with the video, man. Golden Flint Beetle. Oh, no. Iridescent Glint Beetle. These things are basically just beetles that, when you hit them, they drop a treasure. One hit, drop a treasure. Simple as that. Pretty good. 9 out of 10. Love these little guys. The jellyfish. This basic jellyfish is the same thing as the other one, except now it's weaker and more smaller. Easier chance to beat him. I like it. 7 out of 10. I love the blue. These things, they're a lot easier, because they finally don't one-shot Pikmin whenever they eat them. You actually have a chance to save them. Because of that, they get an 8 out of 10 ranking now. Oh, not really, a 6 out of 10. Mamuda! He's back! Here, you get an ability, you get an item called the Pluckaphone. You can whistle Pikmin out the ground. He flowers him, you whistle out the ground. Teamwork, then you kill him. I'm sorry, Mamuda, it has to be that way sometimes. 10 out of 10 still. The man at legs. If you are not ready for this guy, he will scare you beyond belief. Basically, imagine a miniature beady long legs except it has a machine gun in a Pikmin game. I didn't think they'd have guns in a Pikmin game, but they can. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I love this boss fight. Here are the mites. They don't really do anything. They just kind of scatter Pikmin around and make him panic. So, 3 out of 10. Nah. Poison Dweevil. Yeah, Poison Dweevil. Same thing, except poison, which you deal with white Pikmin. Poison, yeah. 5 out of 10. Pretty cool design. I like the poison ones. I like all the Dweevils based on their design, but in reality, I hate them all. Orange Bulborb. Orange Bulborb. Same thing as regular Bulborb, except it has heightened senses. Way heightened. You can't even get near it. It'll wake up when you get near it. 8 out of 10. I think everyone can agree with me when we hate the pileated Snagrid. It's so hard to fight. It's so annoying to kill. It is so tanky. 2 out of 10. It's not fun to fight. Bad boss. The Raging Longlegs. Basically, easier long legs. You just get like 10, 20, 15 purple Pikmin, go underneath it, and just have a weird dance while you're throwing Pikmin out from underneath it. Every time it sticks them up, you're just fine. 8 out of 10. Puffy Blowhog. Same thing is annoying because it deletes your Pikmin, which it did in Pikmin 1, but Pikmin 2, it's a lot more matterable. You need those things. 8 out of 10. The Raging Bloister. I'm getting out of breath. This thing is pretty simple if you have 2 captains, but very hard if you have 1 captain. You just keep switching captains over and over again, having one with Pikmin, one without, and you just spam them on the back, you win. 8 out of 10. Good boss fight. These little things, all I do is take the berries off of the ultra spicy and ultra bitter trees. Ultra spicy nectar makes your Pikmin go faster and do damage. Ultra bitter freezes enemies. Very useful. Get as much as you can. 2 out of 10 for those guys. This thing has killed more Pikmin than you would know. One of the late game bosses. Rolls, smacks a wall, meteors rain down from above. 8 out of 10. Pretty fun boss. These things, same thing as the other ones. Pretty simple, except now you can just kill them easily and they don't have a one-shot capability. 4 out of 10. These leaves, I love the leaves design. That all they do is literally just scare Pikmin. That's all they do. A 2 out of 10. A snow Bulborbs, 4 out of 10. I forgot to mention there is another leaf type that can eat Pikmin, so that other leaf type gets a 5 out of 10. It's actually aggressive, so that's a pretty good leaf type. Bulbear. This thing is the same thing as the Gatling Groink. It will chase you everywhere. And it has children, so if any Pikmin miss the Bulbear and fall to the ground, they get eaten by the children. I hate this thing, and I always will. PTSD from this guy comes from here. 4 out of 10. I hate that thing. This thing, same thing as Pikmin 1. It's just annoying. That's all it is. It's annoying. It's annoying. 0 out of 10. Titan Weevil. Love this thing. Final boss of Pikmin 2's post-game. So much fun to fight because it actually feels like a challenge and I love it. It has every element from poison, fire, water, and electricity. It's crazy. Such a fun boss. 10 out of 10. The regular Bloister. I couldn't find an image of it not killing Pikmin. I'm sorry. But yeah, same thing as the big one except now you just kind of go behind it and just spam Pikmin. 5 out of 10. Pretty simple boss. These things are the Ujudani, which I bet half of y'all don't even know what that is. It's basically a bug that spawns on day 31, 61, and 91, and so on. It just gives you a bunch of free nectar and juices and stuff. 10 out of 10. These little butterflies, same situation. The yellow ones give you nectar, the red ones give you ultra spicy, the purple ones give you ultra bitter. 10 out of 10. Very helpful. Like them. These things are my whole reason why I made this PTSD heaven right here, man. Well, no, not PTSD, man. Terrifying. They are just a ticking time bomb that chases you. It's terrifying. And they end up dropping like 10 of them on you at once. 10 out of 10 for that little explosive guy. This thing, pretty simple. Like him. Same thing as Pikmin 1. Purple Pikmin, destroy it. If you don't have purples, blue Pikmin, destroy it. Pretty simple. Who almost did the end, thank God. This behemoth I hate. This dumb water wraith. It's a dungeon where you can only bring in blue Pikmin. You have no way of dealing with it. And it's basically just, you're taking too long? How about we make you even more stressed? Invincible boss that chases you around at Mach 10. You have no way of fighting it. 10 out of 10 for the water wraith. This thing, basically just a watery blowhog. That's literally what it is. 6 out of 10. Pretty simple. Catch on my breath. This thing, all it does, lowers your Pikmin from flower to leaf. Same thing, pretty simple. Yeah, I hate it. 4 out of 10. Oh man, this is tough on my voice. There's a lot. We hate these little frogs. How they're Wallywogs, Wallyhop. I don't know what they call them. Purple Pikmin destroy it out of water, but in water, they're way more difficult, and we hate them all. 3 out of 10. Same thing as before. This little guy, pretty simple. Just a little guy. Like him. 10 out of 10. Really cool little frog. Like him a lot. There's no reason to kill him. Like him a lot. Same situation as before. If you have purples, they are easy as all get out. If you don't have purples, they're harder than all get out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, that's 6 out of 10. I forgot to mention. 10 out of 10 for the frogs. That little baby frog. 4 out of 10 for that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I need a mental break now.